ranging between even like some 20-minute games, some 45 minutes, etc. IG has consistently ended games at 35 minutes.
Okay, wow.
It's like right before these tier 5, every one of these games. They've had like 1 or 2 games that went above 40, but 35-18, 39-43, 37-09, 37-37.
What are you sort of seeing from OG's game length? Much more varied, like, or is there a certain time that OG is around? OG's just all over the place.
OG's all over the place, as expected.
Yeah,
because that's just the way they are as a team, and just crazy stuff as we've been seeing. Even some new items and new styles coming out for them, where Topsin plays some mid gyrocopter, which isn't new, but he goes for like drum, which people wouldn't expect. He just sacrifices his game by going QW, just going rocket barrage missile, looking to be super active to make space. So let's see this one play out.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of OG versus Invictus Gaming. Let's see what OG's going to pull out. As I said, very important win for them. Nobody wants to be in the lower bracket.
And what an interesting first ban by OG2. Are they just throwing away a ban? That's a really interesting one, because yes, I know Emo, he loves the Lesh, but that could be something else that they're thinking about. Maybe a hero that they don't want to play into Leshrac.
I mean, have they been first phased the Lesh in other games, RG?
I don't think they've first phased it, but I know that they have played it on him.
Yeah, I think it gets banned out of the norm, but later in the draft. But yeah, first ban.
Real interesting. And also, the other thing is, too, they ban out the 2 heroes that dominate illusion heroes. That's the thing I see, is Lion, Mana Drain, Hex, etc. Leshrac owns PL and stuff like that. So maybe PL Spectres could be on the menu for OG. What I think just from the first 2 bans, but maybe looking too much into them because it is just IG and they have Kaka. So Lion just gets banned anyway. There's Emo, so they probably just want to ban Lesh. So maybe overreading. They'll just start it out safe. Go with the best hero of the tournament so far, ET. Highest win rate across the highest amount of games. Who opens up your draft a lot. I think ET always just gives you... Yeah, you can do... Mostly played as the 5 position. Seen a couple games where he has.
Dyer's turn
for IG. They will go for the Weaver. Yep, it's in. It gets past the bands. They'll take it. And the Shaker.
So same openings that they've been going for quite a lot here throughout this tournament. Gives you everything. Ways to secure Roshan. Bugs are strong. Earthshaker just seems super dominant as well. I think the hero with the 2nd highest win rate, I want to say, with the 2nd highest games.
Shakers, yeah, he's up there.
He's up there. I know he's got most picks as of yesterday. So 42 with a 57%.
Very, very strong. Very, very strong.
ET has won 2/3 of his game. 42 games he's played, 28 he's won.
Hello, G. See here. Have some sort of catch against that Weaver, of course.
The Magnus ET strategy seems...
They love their mag as well.
We've been seeing it a lot more too, especially from other teams. I know we just saw it last game, but we also saw it, of course, from T1.
I think OG is one of the teams that I would say is probably the most capable of actually playing it in any of the core positions. You know, this is when their previous patches where Sumail was playing the carry mag.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see much of it, because I know...
You don't think we're going to see any carry mag?
We saw honestly, we saw so much during DPC. I think from SEA and from China in the 2nd season, we were seeing P teams try it, and it was losing consistently. Okay. And then a team tried it here, and they lost with it as well.
All right, so you think carry mag's kind of...
I think it's. I mean, they try to flex it because sometimes maybe they don't want it inside this position, mid or offlane. But yeah, I just think
and they Seb loves it.
And they ban out the Morphling because we did see, I think it was IG yesterday who did the Earthshaker Morphling. Can't glance back. So last night they did up with it. And you do have, I guess, some limited type of disables in a way. I guess, versus ET and a Magnus, you know, like these instant stuns. However, ET Aura is always going to be good for Morph. They don't want to give him the Morph Shaker.
5 seconds remaining.
No.
You know what I want to see for OG.
Dyer's ban now.
I want to see that faceless void fog.
with the ET.
The ET with the Magnus is the Weaver and the Shaker.
I guess, yeah, versus the Weaver.
I want to see some Sumail.
Shaker does good, though. Shaker's real strong versus Void. The core Shakers.
Sure, you get fished outside, blocked off from the hero you're trying to hit.
Yeah, and just inside the laning phase, like this totem is constantly harassing you.
Over it.
Yeah, it's a stun. It's a hero with 3 different forms of stun versus a hero.
But that's why Shaker's good, right? Any hero, it's like,
you
know, he's gonna
but
stun.
Void is a hero that doesn't like to go for those super early BKBs or anything like that, so that's what you're a little better. So yeah. Could definitely still see them banning it out, but
Yeah.
IG's looking to ban out more tempo base, it looks like here. They're banning out the Jug. They take out that Invoker because I think they're also looking at like multiple buffers, as we've seen OG do lots of times, like your Alacrities, your Empowers, Solar Crest, even with Natural Order built in. So
10 seconds.
buff up of Sumail.
5 seconds remaining.
No banned out.
The Dire get a ban.
Now they will be.
It's
So maybe that's them. That could be a little bit of. I mean, I don't think it's possible that it is going to be a Topson Magnus because I just don't think that's his hero. But
nah.
Those bans
it's gonna be
do-
Seb.
those bans do make it feel a little bit more because we did see the Storm versus Magnus matchup.
10
So I'm going to
seconds.
excellent.
Have OG ever run these two as their support duo?
5
Yeah,
seconds
they have
remaining.
absolutely. We used to
They-
see No Tail play the Magnus
yeah.
a lot in the safe lane. It's a lot. It's weaker than it used to be, of course. But I guess we couldn't write that. We can't just write that off.
No, not with
either.
OG.
No.
You know, back for something like that.
Dire's turn
Ban against
to
them.
pick.
Monkey King was still in, surprisingly.
Oh
Yeah, that,
Jesus! Yeah, I guess
that's-
it's because the Leshrac Lion.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things just do slip
yeah,
through.
that's that could have been a bit scary, but IG not forgetting about it there, so that doesn't get.
And maybe teams are looking at it. And it got picked a lot, but it did start to taper on the win rate quite a lot
10
yesterday. Saw a lot of games where
seconds.
Monkey King was first grabbed and just started
Well, it's
losing.
still got to be decent.
And it's
right?
still 62%, so it's still super high, but
good,
yeah.
yeah. Especially again, OG, a team that's incredibly versatile.
All 5 heroes.
Yeah.
5 players, I mean.
Silence.
Silencer showing his face again today.
Okay. We saw it be very successful versus this exact duo just last series. Very good to break those combos. And also good whenever you do have a hero that can start its own fights too, like
10 seconds. 5 seconds remaining.
response to the. Really liking their Legion. But I guess Silencer kind of deters from Legion because you can't press
Yeah,
the
you're
attack
not
to
gonna-
protect. They do like their buffers right now.
You do want that catch for the Weaver as well.
Yeah.
You do want something that's going to have that hard lockdown. Legion's Voids
Look-
stuff.
Could still look for something that will a bit earlier. Especially if Shaker
Yeah, that was
goes
what
for
that
Ags.
was the second Willow performance we've seen of the tournament earlier. Won both games, right?
Even though the last one did. They look
Yeah, that was
spicy.
a pretty
It's a
crazy game
crazy
if you did
game,
miss
so.
it earlier between
Yeah.
PSG, OG, and Elephant.
The first one.
The first game.
Just watch the first one.
Well, I think I was, and then you can watch the second one.
If you're a PSG LDD fan.
Yes, and it won't take you much time. Is that one?
They are
Very
burning
short
their
game?
time. Maybe they're looking at clockwork. They did play it yesterday and they lost with it, but there's a shaker and a silencer. Like that just,
Ooh, yeah,
it's like the
Clockwork would
dream
be
if you can get on
nice.
top of them. But okay, they're going to go for more of their space maker, more likely the Topson hero.
I like it. Taking it away from Emo as well.
Yeah, true.
It's one that he would have.
That's a
he
good
would have
point.
almost certainly gone for. Then Alina Stormband, Void Spirit would probably be next on the list for Emo.
Ton of damage is going to be
Yeah.
coming out from this line. ET Aura
10
works really well with Void.
seconds.
He's a hero that he's mixed damage. He's magical and
5 seconds remaining.
great. And it's a hero that gets into the back line easily versus silencer.
Do you think will they pick their carry now? So there's still a bit of potential movement between the Mag and the ET, or do they just save some ale for last anyway?
Have the overall last picks.
Sure, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as much.
Yeah. Just get something for some mail before the bans come in.
Dire's turn to pick.
Okay.
Okay, so probably is what Seb Mag,
Sub Mag. And ET is going to be
Saxon,
Saxa,
no
yeah,
tell about it.
and no tell
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, yeah. Global is really good versus Abaddon, though.
Yeah, that's true. He's
Global's
not
quite
gonna
good to stop
take
the
it-
save.
and
10 seconds.
it's still looking like a pretty good Weaver game.
It
Right?
is.
There's-
That
this
could be
Weaver's
moved up
not
to-
really
that
been
could just be
caught by
carry.
too much. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're still absolutely happy having that Weaver kept in the carry position if you're
Are
IG.
you talking to me?
Shield is always going to be nice versus heroes like Shaker, because you break the combos, as we always like to say. You
True.
get ult and then
It's good
shield
at- yeah.
targets. But if you're Shaker ulted and silenced, not going to be able to ult and pop a shield off. It's, however, if your ult gets triggered,
Here's the
we'll
Radiant
dispel it,
ban.
and then you'll be able to shield. But that's going to be a lot of different little small instances. Happen. IG, and then get that emo Ember Spirit. Game. There's not a lot of just catch at all on the side of OG.
No,
So they have these two, what I assume is
mean-
going to be a Fly Weaver, an
10
Emo Ember Spirit. That's a
seconds.
lot of passiveness.
they've got to get some more
5
catch, surely.
seconds remaining.
I mean, sure, you know, Thompson can obviously be there with setup, and Mag and ET can follow up, but
What if they put a bat in his carry?
I was thinking that, but isn't the fact that sure, but then what are you leaving room to be picked as last? That's going to be this, you know, sort of big answer to the lack of catch.
I mean,
You
what's
know, what do you
no
sort of
catch
benefit
hero?
from putting him back into the carry position?
I'm
this
just
game?
trying to think because like there's not a core hero that's going to make you feel good about your catch.
No. Well, other than Void.
True. But that lane
But
doesn't
then,
sound
and,
good.
and honestly, with the Void Sprint ban,
It just sounds
yeah, it doesn't really
five
look good with the
melees,
Void. Yeah,
five
yeah.
melee heroes with Void versus Ember Spirit Shaker.
No, you
I
want
mean,
something
even
else.
right now, it's 4
Seconds.
melees versus Ember Shaker, which is they love playing versus this.
5 seconds remaining.
OG, like the approach though is a little different because these are melee heroes, but they're not melee heroes that really play in the middle of the fight. ET plays super far back. Magnus is hidden as well too.
G wondering as
They
well.
they banned Timber, so that makes me feel even more that it's an ab. Wrong read.
I mean, what does the bat?
Radiant
What's the
stands
strength of the ban and
aback.
carry here? I mean, yeah, but IG they're still banning carries.
I think
So-
it's yeah. I mean, it's probably it's just still gonna be. I could just see it the potential of it because in the laning phase. But if it is a carry Weaver and a carry Ember, like a bat and carry, just sounds kind of miserable.
You know, you're never gonna hit these heroes.
I'm trying to think like what the solution because like the into the global the support of
10
Baton just becomes a lot
seconds.
weaker. So I'm just trying to why they would go for it.
Because
Because right now I'm really liking IG's draft a lot more if they're able to get the initiations because of this quad melee. But OG does have bruisers as they always do, and they're not as cooldown reliant.
Ten seconds.
I still, yeah, it's got to be something for Samael.
5 seconds remaining.
When the other carry that's still, and I think Samael has had a game on, right? Is the is Slark. Sort of fancy the Slark and the Pounce could be nice, you know, catching the Ember and the Weaver.
Turn to pick.
Templar Assassin.
Oh, yeah. So we are going to have a carry, either probably a carry Mag or a carry at Baden, right?
你这么菜的队友，你这么菜的
Where's
队
the
友，
carry
不会
TA?
生气吧，哥哥？
It was safe lane TA was a thing. It was a thing.
Hmm.
I mean, this is it's
a
an
weird
OG
looking
draft,
draft.
ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
very
OG
strange
draft
looking
it.
Huh. And that
5
does give them
seconds remaining.
A,
I mean,
a
it's-
non-melee hero at least.
I think you're right though, right?
Because then it's a lane versus
Samael carry
Shaker.
TA.
Like Shaker laning versus that doesn't sound so nice at all.
Can't do anything at all.
He can't do
really.
anything. Yeah.
IG last pick. What's the plan for them?
Or is it a 5 ET mid Magnus? I'm just kidding. But more, it's like 90% of 5 of Baden now.
I think, I think it's got to be Samael carry TA.
So let's see what IG does.
They think it's, you know, they could definitely pick some up, you know, heavy DPS here or something. Yeah. Really make the TA's game hard.
Constant
And they
damage.
take themselves the Slark. I mean, they're
Yeah.
going to have that with the Dark Pact, of course.
So
Very nice to
support
remove the
Weaver.
refraction. And it is, yeah, Samael on the TA.
Okay, so it is the more obvious kind of, yeah. Magnus is still flexed, it looked like here, but I'm at
Alright.
90% that's Seb too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it is going to be the more obvious ones. And it's going to be a Kaka Weaver with JT, the Shaker, Ollie on Silencer.
Well,
Okay.
let's see. I mean,
Alright.
I'm looking at the drafts. It's
I like IG's.
it's a lot of question marks on OG's side. It's
Yeah.
like, what? How is this going to work? But then again, that is what we always find ourselves asking
For sure.
when we were seeing OG come up with these lineups. Yeah, IG's draft looks pretty darn good.
It does.
This is pretty strong.
Multiple, lots of instances versus TA.
How are you catching this Weaver, this Ember, this Slark? It's not going to be easy.
No, there's like no catch.
No.
So, and yeah, lots of damage instances. We've got Flame Guard, we've got Dark
Yes.
Pact, we've got Arcane Curse, even Bugs. I mean, they don't burn it that fast, but every single little one of these things do add up. Okay. Does feel like it's a bit of an uphill battle for OG.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, which is going to make it all the more entertaining if they are able to do this here in this game one. But yeah, it definitely seems like the deck stacked against them here with what IG's been able to open up with this draft. But very exciting, ladies and gentlemen, to see what will happen between these two teams. As mentioned, of course, this is a very important game for OG. They wish to fight for the chance to stay in the upper bracket.
Very likely, like we said, if they take one game, believe they should be pretty okay to go.
But
for it.
they need that one game.
If they take 2-0, it's very likely
Yeah.
as well too. But yeah, it's all dependent on how the other games go too, because they are tied up with.
你这么菜，你的队友，你
Yes,
这么
indeed.
菜，你的队友不会生气
I
吧？
just
哥哥
this is such a good start game for Fly.
Even for emo too, right? There's literally like just like no stuns. There's just not really a lot of staples, and they have
this
the
start's just gonna
global.
pop off. I
Like,
mean,
Let's say Seb does get the situations where he gets good RPs off too. A global comes out. There's not going to be the follow up for them to keep this Ember, keep this Slark controlled. So feels like an uphill battle, but we will see as it all kicks off.
It's gonna be an entertaining one to watch for sure. See if OG's got some of that typical TIOG magic coming out here.
You talking to me?
Go, getting ourselves into the action, ladies and gentlemen. OG versus IG.
Instantly tipping emo too. Look at them. Always a little bit of mental game coming into play, and I feel like we're gonna have the most chat wheels that we've gotten to cast.
You feel this is the game to.
The two of them, honestly. IG is also very historically known for doing those, especially JT. And JT is going to do the item build that we saw, I think, popularized more so by Old 11. I saw him doing it in his pubs even before coming to this tournament. The Bassi first.
生气吧，哥哥。
Cool.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生，你这么菜，你的队友不
Looks
会
like
生气
Kaka, he's got his sentries. They're checking to see the ward. There. On the other side, OG. The high ground. Are they going to block camps? Both of them. Starting with 2 sentries on both the 5 positions, so potentially blocking out those small camps versus both of these heroes that utilize small camp excellently. We get a high five, Seb? Nope.
Nope. I mean,
Get this by Sumail as well. He's melded. Melded on the rune.
Begins.
你
Be
这么
able to
菜，
claim
你的
it.
队友不会生气
Easy.
吧，哥哥
He pings him. He's like, alright, he's got it. So 3 runes.
a bit damage done to Ollie here. Saxa. Just run him down a bit. Let's see how the lanes sort of settle up. I mean, any sort of lanes that are going to be struggling?
Let's see. I'm just curious to see how bottom's going to be, really. Because I haven't seen these the carry TAs versus the Shaker. I feel like the TA is going to be able to have a pretty good time. Should be able to keep his distance. Refraction's really nice. I don't see how the Weaver is going to slow it down either. So TA should farm. I think Slark is probably going to be the one that struggles. Even though it's a double melee with a silencer backing up, it's ET. ET versus these weaker heroes inside a laning phase, he just completely thrives.
Yeah, he just trades so well.
Yeah.
Especially having Seb at this side as well. Once Seb's got a few levels,
Yeah.
have all the sort of setup to get IG's heroes in some unfavorable positions.
Yeah, they're already starting their little creep pull mechanics, making the Slark farm under the tower with the double creep wave while Seb is still harassing him, so Fly is pretty miserable up there.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥。
Very low. Let's hit the 2, but we'll see now. Ollie has to contest the creeps in between the 2 towers.
That's not easy for him to do. Saxa still handled it very nicely in mid lane. Mo with the slight lead at the moment. Bottle already on its way out, of course.
Skill matchup, but I would give slight advantage to Emperor. Changes and nerfs that point. But it's still a skill matchup, so I think it could come out even on each side. Now bottom's going, JT. Big meld. That hurts though. Level 1 meld is no joke. At -5 armor. JT, he steps up. He's gonna eat a second one.
Oh, he's dead this time.
I can't believe he lets himself get the -10 armor. He still had the debuff from the first one when the second one hit him.
Oh, well, Sumail. He's going to be very happy with that one. First blood for Sumail. Safe laners, yeah. A big mistake there from JT.
Expected it to do that much damage, but I believe for a split second when the second one connected. Wave will push into him though, so he will be able to get the nice chunk of experience going his way.
Belly up.
Yeah, this is a cool solution for the, what we've been seeing a lot of times from these Shakers is the enchant totem damage inside the laning phase starts to become pretty overwhelming versus a lot of these carries. Jeez, Veil.
I mean, he is bullying JT down here.
But refraction you know, you pop the enchant on him, he pops refraction, he eats the whole hit. It's not there, and high-fiving him now. He knows how well he's doing in that lane. 17-5. And JT's a good sport, though.
Not really too much Kaka can do to make this any easier for JT down here, it seems.
Well, they do have the level 3 now on the Shaker, and that's one of those big timers we always talk about. So you do have all three.
Oh, mid!
With a stun mid.
Hobson! He opts to stand his ground, but he's going to die for that. Emo gets the kill.
I'm surprised Emo's actually living. I thought he was going to suicide to the tower right away.
队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
But I guess he's going to let himself survive and just go
He's
play
got to
one of
bounce
the
you in on the
runes.
high ground.
Yeah, that's fine.
队友不
Okay.
会生气吧，哥哥？
Oh, there we
We've
are.
seen that a lot from a lot of these players. You get the solo kill on the mid and then you just suicide to the tower so you come back full HP when he comes back. But
Yeah, I mean, Thompson made the call to not dissimulate out.
Yep.
Felt that maybe he would have the damage to get the job done. He didn't.
a big kill.
Absolutely, Emo already was having a very nice time in that mid.
No-Tail is just bodying both heroes now bottom.
And this bottom
full
lane's
free farm.
going downhill pretty rapidly for IG. Sumail, complete free farm. They're not able to slow him down right now.
That being said, though, Fly doing better than I'd expected, to be honest with you. 19 CS up onto him. Now Saksa is level 3, so that's where the Spirit really starts to get its true power. It's 115 damage. Fly has to instantly... Kaka trying to get the rune.
Gonna be able to do so. Thompson. It's all his.
Emo.
What's this?
And JT has caught back up in those last, as we said. Lane positioning, since they did get the kill on him, it did shove all the way under his tower. He actually has a full Falcon Blade, I believe, perked up on a Shaker.
They're diving in for Thompson here. They've got the chains. Looks out as well, but a TP coming in from No-Tail.
Top's gonna be okay.
Stop them.
Well, lose his courier, though.
Does indeed. Goodbye to the Null Tally recipe. Snipe.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
Bottom lane, JT trying to get a rehold of the wave here with that pull. It's going to be...
Kako always kind of thinking about going for these courier snipes behind tower, but... Two. Dax getting started just yet. No, Saksa putting more attention, just playing in the laning phase. Probably will start backing up in the next few moments to start stacking Ancients up because they do have that TA. And he has, I guess he has slowed down the Slark a little bit. I just thought the Slark was going to be slowed down even more in comparison.
Sure, because, yeah, overall it's...
Yeah.
Without doubt, Sumail just having the freest lane at the moment.
Yep.
Full farm down bottom is... Got 17-1 charges, so he's...
More than fine.
Yeah, not any fear at all down here.
Once the 6 is on the Shaker, then they have potential to go for any plays on TA, because then they have a way to actually break refraction with Echo Slam if he's around a creep wave because of all the separate instances from the Echo. And Saksa is, yeah, he's starting to get some stacks started. Not the Ancient, but he wants to check Rune for Thompson. And they will be able to get it. Emo. The beating. And whoa, a No-Tail right on top of him as well as top.
Try and go on Seb. And they'll have the damage for that one. Seb caught out by the curse.
You
Nice
wanted out of here, didn't you?
As soon as they knew the EG wasn't in the area, they took advantage of that, made an aggressive move.
Hidden ones grin.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
Until we see some of the moves from the mids come into play, Sumail he's just not going to be under any sort of pressure. Very, very low down on this bottom half of the map.
And he's always topped off. No-Tail's keeping him nice and healthy. If he's topped off, then they can't make a play for Echo. The only way they can use the Echo play when he's 6 is if the TA is a bit low, and then they walk in from like the side and he gets a good connection with it. Super unlikely. Absolutely would need a rotation, likely from Emo. Okay, which is possible. Very early on that the Ember Spirit can hit that bottom lane. Don't really have the mana just yet. 6-minute rune.
He's Sentry trolling the traps down. It makes it very hard for JT or Kaka to come that far down the lane at all.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Price back guys. Oh, No-Tail. Maybe stepping up a bit too far this time around. The bug's committed. T.
Somehow by his side and trapped down.
He's just gonna throw the Echo. Yeah.
Take the kill.
To the dust return.
Gonna also get this whole creep wave, dude.
Throw a line
You know,
to Radiant's
slow
middle
start, so
tower.
Yeah, it's
an
okay.
Echo for a kill.
Sure.
As you say, you're never going to kill Sumail with the Echo anyway down there.
Yeah, it's just a bit too difficult, especially if no. Good play. Kaka now making the move toward top. Can definitely look to set up kills onto Seb pretty easy now if the pounce does connect with the last word. Silence right afterwards when the pounce does end. Farm on Emo's just stacking some camps in the meantime, trying to maximize his. Rune's being checked both times. No tail again, securing the rune bottom for Topson after you get an illusion top earlier. They're actually going to try to blow out a little bit, force him away, but he has the remnant down on the hard camp with his flame guard, so we'll be at least able to farm that for Emo. Risky though.
Got to watch out though, IG, for potential moves from Topson now. The Arcane picked up, incredibly potent rune.
Absolutely, and he's got the midway fully pushed in too, so has opportunities to hunt. Hunting he is.
JT, he definitely could be in trouble here with the Arcane. Could go for this. He's going to jump in. Quick combo.
Oh, and he gets all the creeps too. Couldn't ask for better.
Money at the same time up top. Vine Ollie out of position. Seb. Gonna take him out. Fly will try and punch back into Seb, but can't trade hits easily, especially with Saxa back around.
He's going toe-to-toe with Emo.
He's got the remnant control. Topson is having a run. He's gonna have to simulate back up in a second, and Emo knows it. Won't waste time chasing.
My house.
Play there.
The space just continues for Samuel. He's 1k ahead of anyone else in the game. Saxa, step up here. Fly. He's going to try and use the Shadow Dance to continue chasing down, but Seb comes in with a skewer. Even threatens with the RP, so Fly has to back off. We'll hold off on dropping the RP, though. Still available for the next play.
It looks like... Got him. It looks like, in the meanwhile, when Ollie did get killed before as a silencer, I was wondering what his positioning was. He was actually warding Ancient, so he was looking to block out that Ancient camp so that they stacking it, but... It's that Sentry, he sees the ward right away. He's going to get taken out, and they should be able to actually stack right afterward, though.
Emo, they're trying to interrupt this stack here. Zemo, Ollie coming over. They'll catch No Tail. The shield to try and help him out. Seb watching from the side. Seb does still have the RP available. Looks to drop it down. It's going to be whiffed. Emo with a quick remnant out. They'll lose Ollie though, and Emo's still being run down by Saxa. Saxa he needs one more hit. He may just get it. No, the chains are up. Emo's able to hold back Saxa. Still, Kaka very deep in enemy territory here. He's trying to hide in the trees. Topson's got the Astral Step back. They're ready. Cuts in. Kaka, he's trying to hide another Shikuchi.
Oh, Emo also might die to Sox in the meantime, but we'll get away.
I mean, Fly's still trying to poke at Seb, but underneath the tower, he can't do so. Topson, he's still looking for Kaka. Remnant won't grab him. The Dissimulate does. Resonant Pulse, the damage is done. Topson will be able to catch Kaka.
Simulate the damage that comes with it when you have a Fairy Trinket and a Null. It's quite a lot. 400 burst almost.
And Fly is low. Good step forward to block the pounce, but Shadow Dance is up still. Fly will escape. Topson getting hungry for action with these moves.
All-time where Sumail is just sitting back, getting space. Full free farm. Already on his way toward that Deso after Tread's Dragonlance. It's going to be super early. No tail. Chased out again.
He's got the 6 now, so it's a little more awkward for Kaka and JT to commit on him. They'll let him walk this off.
LG's getting much better space around the map, though. Much more farm, at least. Just farming a bit better. All 3 cores ahead of their counterparts. Even ET, as we've seen Saxa just running heroes down. Look at Kaka. Oh my goodness.
A bit of hesitance there on the punch from Saxa.
The Fissure would come out. JT would be able to stop him. Okay. This is actually a really smart play. Yeah.
All right.
Might be able to get turned on if he does. And we've seen this more now. I saw a couple. The 5 position ETs are doing the 3 points and stop. The 4 positions are putting. No. Saw Zephyr even put 4 points in 1-4-1. And pop off on Emo. Has a Fire Remnant to work with.
He's got Ollie by his side as well. JT is Fisher's out. Into the chains, but Topson's got the back of a No-Tail. Though he used the global, trying to save Emo. Emo's got the Remnant away underneath the tier 2. Topson, can he chase? He's going to look to. Remnant won't grab him though. So Emo does manage to survive. Ollie does get dove under the tower though. Saxa coming in with a big hard punch. It chases him down with the phase boots. We'll get a kill after all, but the global usage, at least enough to bail Emo out of harm's way.
The OG just being super aggressive with this lineup here. 3k advantage, continuing to get more on the map, and they're looking to pressure towers too. And Deso's going to be done, and with the Deso, it's very likely that Sumail can just look to head into pit very soon. Like him and No Tail could probably duo it.
Definitely.
Well,
without
everybody
doubt.
else, they could show other heroes on the map, and the two of them can go in there and look to go for a play like that.
There's no global as well, so
Yeah.
it would be a good timing to go for that move.
He still has like 400 gold until he does have that. That's a little bit more time.
Can't be breached.
JT trying to finish up bottom tower, but they're bringing reinforcement. Thompson's here.
He wants to try and threaten a kill.
Oh, Ollie showed his face.
There he does. Fisher will buy a little bit of time for Ollie. Does Thompson want to commit for this? He's waiting out the curse of the silence. May just be long enough to allow Ollie to get far enough away, and it will be. Thompson can't keep chasing. Very close to having the Yules done, though, Thompson.
Yeah. Look, Ollie got a bit lucky there. Really thinking about committing onto him. But JT almost having Blink Dagger. That's probably the biggest indicator of when IG is going to start looking to actually be more active. But OG is just getting a bit too far ahead after this laning phase. Yeah, 4K lead, it just continues to grow. And IG forcing anything until they do have that blink is very difficult. They just don't really have the heroes to force buildings, don't have heroes to force fights without that blink.
So 13-minute Deso complete on Samael.
That is fast.
So Dragon Lance. Carry TA off to a fantastic start and seeming like a very good way to in response to lane against that core shaker, as you said. It's just been a free start for Samael completely.
Any type of these ranged heroes, it really does feel like, because every time I'm seeing these melee heroes go over a shaker, he just totems them back, and it's like, oh geez, all right, we can't actually lane very well. But yeah, ranged TA doesn't care. Refraction also. It seems like the perfect heroes we're in both factors of range and absorption. T. Marva look at the Thompson, Gatekeeper, yeah, DD rune.
I mean, OG have done a very good job of taking over this triangle from IG rather early.
Yeah.
Quite completely.
And they're getting this big amount of farm, big amount of scaling, and they're the ones with the ET. And I'm seeing Saksa, he's already got a component of his ag in him.
Yeah, he's just free farming on the bottom lane.
Yeah,
he is.
Free time down here.
He's gonna hit all the creeps down here.
And playing Slark versus ET is not fun.
Thompson, he wants to try and go with this with the DD. Well, missed the initial astral step though. TPs are coming over to the side. Samael, he was trying to join them, but Flyfly and Emo, they found Samael, and he's very far away from the rest of the team, so Samael will be killed off. And now IG get more out of this. Kaka and JT, who they're going to look towards. Thompson, still got a step available. Thompson actually dissimulating back in over towards Kaka. They put the stomp onto the two of them, rendering onto JT, but the slam comes out into the curse, into the silence. The splitter is there from Saxa, comes in, takes down the shaker with one touch over to Kaka as well. OG, they're winning the fight. They couldn't kill Thompson, IG, and now Thompson, he's chasing them down. Remnant set up in a position as he catches Emo on the escape.
That was actually so cute. The splitter canceled the animation of the fissure. I think if the fissure does end up going down there, Thompson might just die and we see a completely different
Thompson would have been dead for sure.
Splitter cancels it, boom. They end up getting 3 kills because of it, and they take the whole ancient stack. They lose Sumail, which still hurts, but he's back up in 3.
Yeah, I know. Big
and now Global's down, Echo's down. I'm smelling Roshan.
We'll see it again on the replay. Early start here. I mean, it didn't look to be a good beginning for OG, with Samael caught where he was here, completely separate from the team. And even up to the points where we had this fight on the high ground, it still looks like it could be going south for OG. Back in action. Now around the Roche pit, steps in with the RP. He's caught Emo.
On Emo.
Emo taken out. Flyfly. He's thinking about turning and fighting, but he cannot do so. He's got to run. He's going to burst solo with the Astral Step to dissimulate. Not quite going to catch him as he's out with the pounce, but the Yules is there. We've got him up in the air, into the storm. Flyfly's taken out as No-Tail finishes him off with a mist coil. Kaka's come in, but there's nothing to be done as the Weaver. He's got to run.
And they get the Roche in the meanwhile, while killing 2 cores.
And now Saxon's... Oh, he's even looking to run down Ollie. And Thompson, he's going to have the catch to do so. In with the Yule setup, the Remnant OG. 12-5 now, 7k lead. Aegis, as you say, in Samael's hands.
Oh boy,
this could not have gone any better this early game. And OG coming in with very much their own style here in the draft, and it's doing OG things.
It sure is. 17 minutes, 7k lead already.
Dire's top tower.
And I mean, they have like TA, who's maybe not this like crazy Lakem, but with ET, they always have great ways to scale into the game. And this early was such a big advantage. It's going to be a pretty massive uphill battle for the side of IG. They do have the blink on JT, but even in the last fight where they get a pretty good setup, just a little instance of canceling the full stun lock, allowing OG to huge one. They're probably so shaken up. Like, oh god. Like, what do? We have Echo up in 4. We have to just keep looking to make plays, even if we're playing into Aegis. So they will smoke up immediately. Global and Echo ready.
Tell, he'll happily tank this. That's even if they can kill it. But the borrowed time, TP's coming in for the rest of OG. So do you want to try and fight this? Thompson's jumping in, looking towards Kaka. No, Tail still alive. Jump through the slap, catching the two of them, catches both Seb and Thompson. Seb, he's able to put the Essence Ring though. Cure off the side. Seb's still alive here for now. Fly will dive in, finish off No Tail with the Dart Pack. 2 down on OG. Samael, he's looking at fighting back. Saxa, he's running down Kaka and JT.
Emo. It's right next to Sumail. Well, an unfortunate there, but had no escape.
And Saxa, he's getting some extras here on the side by looks with JT. Bishop will block off Saxa, but the jump forward there from Seb. In on top of JT. IG they get in, they get a couple of kills. They do find the slam, but it's still not a great trade for them. They end up losing 2 in return. Samael's in with the cleanup.
And it's the location of it too. It's not like they get any kills into anything either. Look at the lane positioning as well. It's in OG's favor. Both lanes is pushing out too. So IG don't really get much of anything out of it besides just some small type of kills. And OG come out ahead again.
Even trying with the hunt. Kaka, Samael, away the Ancients.
He has a full BKB on.
15 minutes in.
And now those instances, we talked about damage.
Insane.
Damage instances on IG, no longer. BKB gets popped. Damage instances were magical. Gonna be able to stay inside the fight's very easy.
I mean, mid.
Fly.
He's got.
Yeah, he's Shadow Blade. Oh, Saxa has the Fade Grenade too. Oh, baby. ET and Shaker now are the two, and I guess Tiny, of course, the Fade Grenade. Your plus damage as well with it, so if he does have like a plus 400 with a Fade Grenade, he's gonna plus 400 throw it at somebody. Very fun, and he's halfway toward Aghanims, more than halfway. Game looking very difficult for IG these next few moments.
I mean, what's the how? Yeah, Flyfly's got the Shadow Blade done over the Echo Saber, but
okay. I guess when he has Silver Edge, what they can do is they can Silver Edge hit Abaddon, global, kill him in the fights, and then start focusing everybody else. But they do need to solve the back lines.
They're looking to chase down Flyfly here. Thompson, he's actually going to get the grab with the Remnant into the stomp. They're locking down Flyfly throughout the duration of his Shadow Dance. And Flyfly, he's not going to get away from this. Does get denied by the neutral. So, I guess something to be said, but still 45 seconds where he's off the map.
Oh, God. Damn hill troll. IG look to make that aggro move, and now back to getting some type of passive farm. Kaka's been the one in passive farming for quite a long time on his team. Just getting solo crush. He's got Urn going back for Ags. But really getting out farmed and getting caught all over the place. JT though.
They're going to jump in. Echo followed up by the Global. They're trying to take down Thompson. Thompson, he will fall. The Slider Fist comes into play. Emo takes him out. Looking over towards No Tail, but the borrowed time's up. One more hit and Emo's going to get silenced. He has to be a bit careful. Saxa, he's running him down here. One more hit will do it, but the controls there from JT. Stop Saxa from getting in onto Emo. Quick slide in the change. Holds Saxa off to the side. No Tail will continue to be chased down by Kaka and JT, and with a big slap from the Enchant Totem, they get the kill. Fisher block off as well for JT. He's controlled Saxa. Saxa can't escape. It's another for JT.
Huge by JT. No hesitation either. That Echo Slam, absolutely instant down bottom when Thompson does commit forward. How much gold did he just get, actually?
That's a lot for the Shaker here. JT, he really is kind of just holding things together whilst they fall further and further behind. Still down 9k, but JT, definitely the sort of the spark of hope that IG need to turn this one around. Great jump. Excellent follow-up, of course, from the Global, and they have enough time to take out Thompson before any sort of help can arrive.
And we said this multiple times, too, is that's what we were a little bit like, they picked the Abaddon into the Silencer, and we see it right there. That Global, unable to bail out Thompson at all with any type of heal or shield. Yeah, big play by JT. Much needed for that.
Need a few more of those, of course, though.
For sure.
A lead here for OG at the start that they've had, and the farm that Samael is getting. So yeah, No Tail, a couple of components away from that Lotus. Of course, that will answer to that combo that are executing.
Just gonna need the plate mail. Actually pretty close. Considered as a 5 position.
Radiant are scanning for
Right now, global Echo on cooldown. OG looking to be active.
They're on the hunt for Emo.
They see him too, but he does. Oh, they know that they see. I think they
No
see the
TP
defensive.
either.
They see the remnant too.
Cooldown. Thompson's got to get the setup, otherwise Emo will be away. And he has.
He gets it.
Just remnant straight out into the trees. They follow it up with the RP. Thompson getting the catch.
Pretty good awareness. Smoke breaks. He knows exactly where he is.
Yeah,
Hey, when you have these trees cut as well, this is a big indicator lately.
where he's gone.
Yeah, so very good awareness there from Thompson. Also, they placed the ward to know that he didn't back up. They saw the remnant, so they're like, he's still here. He's looking to play. Very cocky. They will punish him for it. Now they have TA with Aghanims, so Sumail can be anywhere on the map now because of this. And also, can maybe survive a lot of the ganks too. Perhaps just psionic projection out of a lot of the plays that happen onto him. Also has Meld Dispel. Get rid of those chains. Curse of the Last Word as well. Protect himself a little bit better.
It's tier 2.
That's quick.
It certainly is. The push is here from OG.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
Mid lane, Thompson. He's got the catch on the Kaka. Sumail heads over to a trap, and he's hit. Having to get involved, get himself another kill.
Tower is on the run.
That Aghanims getting around from A to point B.
Still has a trap down bottom too if he sees an opportunity to go back down there for the push. Yep, no tails pinging. Nope. And they're giving no, I mean, they are giving no tail farm too, like you mentioned. Prioritizing him to get that Lotus so that he can always go for these saves.
Yeah, it's just going to be a solid answer to sort of the one combo that's causing issues. Top lane.
And JT again.
It's not enough burst straight away, but they do have the global to make sure that Thompson's still locked out on the way back down.
Nice play.
They are, you know, they're being able to catch and kill Thompson with this, but see, that's not going to be enough. They need much more here. Fly.
Sumail is just on the chase. He's taking out Kaka and pushing away Emo as well by himself.
So Fly trying for the dive onto No-Tail. TPs are coming in. Fly really wants the kill. Does commit and get it. See if he can get away here from Sumail and Saxa. Should be fine.
He's got Depth Shroud as well too. He's got so many ways to escape now. Spirit will go through him. So he was, but we'll be able to get away. And Sumail literally just jumped into both the Ember and the Weaver and killed them because he now has Stake in the Shard. So he does have the silence now versus these two as well, which is going to be very effective. Fly. He didn't get that packed off.
Seb, on with the idea of the RP. Fish is going to come out for JT to try and give space for Fly to get back, but it doesn't matter. They have the control with the Remnant, and Sumail, he's more than got the damage covered here.
He's just so farmed too, and now they still have RP for the upcoming move. No Echo, no Global. Look to threaten that high ground. Roche is up. I guess they, with the time, 50 seconds, they want to push forward as much as they can, and then they'll probably back up and look for that Roche. Surprising to see no traps inside of it, though. Still hanging around. Feeling strong on Sumail.
Dire's middle tower just got knocked down.
Just have to watch.
Yeah, what can they do?
Anything. So I get that. That's why they commit.
Sumail's just taking the barracks.
That makes sense why they commit. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh.
They got creeps on the way.
He's got it. Fraction just came back.
这么菜的队友
And the Brigands, of course, coming into play there versus low HP things. Brigand's Blade.
There we go, full X.
Oh boy.
Saxa, I mean, everything is just falling into place here for OG. They have run them over here in this first 26 minutes. RG still just, they haven't found the moment to shake things up, really.
And they need to get BK. The thing is now, ET with this type of items, you need BKB on Slark. BKB is already finished on Ember, but Slark now cannot stand his ground in the fights. He will find a DD. This could be a bit of a difference maker.
Oh, sneak in the Roche. I mean,
Okay. I think OG...
that would be risky.
Yeah. Even OG scanned. They both scanned. OG caught a scan initially on the high ground when they were in the area, so...
They're thinking about it.
Right on top of a sentry.
They're going to start. They're going for it.
But the Spirit...
Yeah, they can't get away with this IG. There's no way. They're going to have to try and take the fight. Sumail.
they
the
do see
Fisher starting things off. They're in. They follow up with the Echo Slam. They manage to take down Sumail. The jump to the high ground gets the job done. The TA will fall. Seb
80 seconds.
skewing Flyfly off to the side, but now Seb split for the rest of the team. Pounds forward from Flyfly. They're in onto the Magnus. It's a second kill.
I guess they did not expect there to be a ward on the high ground.
Not at
there.
all.
Like a ward
They
essentially just
really didn't.
right on top of Sumail. And now that's a free Roche. 65 seconds. IG
All right, here we go.
turning it around.
Is this how Dire's middle barracks fall?
JT really is the savior.
I mean, JT is doing so much for them. I mean, they've been down sort of 10k for such a long time now, but JT, these moves, these jumps are certainly the difference maker here, and he's just about found himself another over the No-Tail. Borrowed time is still on cooldown. 5 seconds. It's too long. No-Tail goes down. Another catch and another kill for JT.
And now with Aegis, as well as
Bottom tower
I think a gem picked up, I believe, for Ollie. Yeah, Ollie picking up a gem nice and early on for his team, too.
Radiant's top
We'll look to take out those TA traps so they can make sure that they aren't under vision in any of these fights.
is under attack.
I think he's just going to pass it over to the slot, too. Seb's still in the area.
He has got an RP.
He's thinking
going to
about
jump,
it.
but Flyfly did get the dart packed off in time. Trying to get away with the skewers in. Zeb. Take down the two of them. Aegis here for round 2, but the Remnant's set up. Is there any way they can help this slug? There is not.
Middle barracks
Seb puts a quick stop to IG's attempt to push that tier 2 off the back of an Aegis. As
Holy moly. I don't think they expect to get hit that hard. The ET Spirit amping up the damage, Void Spirit with Aghanims, with Nether Shawl, just absurd amount of burst damage. He even got Depth Shroud off and they still both died. Well, that was their Aegis.
that was sort of the bit of a swing,
Dire's bottom
swinging back the other way, back over towards the river as well. They found JT. Drops it in with the catch. Seb on top of the Ember. Emo, is he going to be able to get out of this one? He has got the BKB, so
Dire's
that will allow him
bottom
to get
tower
away, at
won't
least for
last
now.
long.
As soon as they get themselves a bit of fortune riding in their direction, IG, they let it slip away.
Maybe they thought OG would be a bit scared to go for the move, but OG did not care at all playing with Aegis. They still feel super strong, and they're still gonna look to push forward here. Echo Slam back up, but 30 seconds for JT.
Outside the base now, Sumail, full Daedalus on its way over.
Oh boy,
Bottom tower
it's
is
just
under attack.
9,000, 10,000 gold almost ahead of the slot.
20 seconds without JT. They can't get anything done without the Shaker.
Dire's bottom tower.
Got to
is
wait for him to be back up. OG now pushing up to the high ground here. What can IG do? Jump forward from Thompson. He's just going straight in it. He's gone right in. He's been silenced. The global is
maybe a
out.
bit too
Thompson,
far
he
in.
needs help.
Oh.
Got the dissimulate, but he's not getting out. Thompson's dead for 70. And now Sumail, he's getting jumped on. Echo to control him. He will get the BKB off as well as the refraction. But they've got the numbers, IG. JT jumps over towards No-Tail. No-Tail, he goes down. Flyfly's still full HP and ready to fight. Going over towards Saxa. He'll have a little bit of time for himself with the magic immunity, but Saxa, he's in trouble. 3 dead on OG.
Okay, Thompson.
Thompson.
A bit deep there. Sumail does get out though, and so does Seb at very close moments. Sumail is able to get his projection out, and Magnus actually gets the TP out, and JT, maybe he misclicked. His totem put him on the high ground. He just missed the stun onto the Magnus. So 2 get out, but Thompson heavily overextending.
Yeah, he just went in and
he used the aggressive Yules. So
I, sort of
they were
actually, I was
"Oh."
like, hang on. I was like, oh, he's got BKB or he's got Aegis? What's he doing?
Guess he really thought
But
that
he didn't.
No-Tail could bail him out, but it was
I
just
guess so.
it's too deep.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the case there. And Sumail,
Middle tower is
very lucky
under
to get out either. You know, if he got sort of chain lockdown after that initiation for JT, been dead for sure. But man, the damage still very much plenty here on OG as IG, they hold.
Every single time that they do have Echo and Global, it feels like they have a very good chance to take the fights. Besides that, the OG does have much better wins. But now, Kaka, he's got Aghanims. So in some of these situations where perhaps they think get these kills, he's going to be able to save people. Lots of save on IG with the Depth Shroud and with the time lapse. It's going to
The smoke up though. They want to try and hit.
have to
whilst
hit.
The Global's not hit.
Yep, have to hit while Echo and Global are down. But it's not very long now. Only got
That's true,
15
yeah.
seconds on Echo, and Global is pretty much back since they're starting to get
Thompson.
levels.
He's going to look for the setup onto Emo, but Emo's got the BKB. Got with the Axe time lapse. They will have that bailout.
Seb.
Oh, he's gonna get the jump, but it's just a silencer. I mean, it still can eliminate that global, which would be nice, but Ollie, he's got the ghost scepter. I mean, does Ollie even die here? Get jump forward for Tops and they will be able to burst him. So Ollie's out of the fight, has got buyback available though, if they do feel the need. And that was the RP, but it allows them to get the range wreck, so I don't know if it'll allow OG to get much more though.
Just up to tier 2. Sumail just projections up there.
Axe is done on Emo.
Yep, and he already grabbed the shard from the Roshan from earlier.
Tower is about to take the plunge.
And that can be decently useful too. His Fire Remnants deal damage per second versus TA Refraction.
Yeah, very nice against the tier.
Small little something. Also, of course, being able to regain his charges whenever he does get a kill.
Just against the TA, very nice against the Blinks. You know,
Yep.
Seb might struggle a bit more to get these RPs off with the Remnants being thrown around.
And as we said, Echo Slam is up.
Yep.
IG's
Time to
hunting.
go.
Sumail.
To what IG can find. By leading him first, trying to give them vision information. Kaya Sanj now onto Thompson, so a bit of resistance to try and break out of these combos that IG are slamming down onto them. Pike as well first, Sumail, so keep his distance and have that better chance of repositioning himself in the chaos.
The thing about this, though, is that Sumail is starting to hit critical mass quite soon. IG has a lot more space to grow, so OG definitely wants to persist and look for
They get the
plays.
jump up to the high ground. Really off to the side, fly. He's looking to turn back in. They're going to change up on the two. The side of the jump, the Echo Slam. He's got the three of them. Oh, no, Sumail. He's going to get taken out. No chance to fight for Sumail as IG immediately collapse on him. Once again, JT starting off the action. OG, they're trying to scatter back to the base. Not going to make it though. 3 dead on OG. As yet again, IG getting the jump. No Tails Courier hits the deck. That's the gem gone as well. IG there hitting back hard, and OG. That's such, well, obviously that mistake on the bottom lane, bit of an overextension, and since that point the fights have just got easier and easier for IG because IG they've all sort of just got that item that they were waiting for. We'll see it again here.
They walked up as 3 together, and we did these melee heroes versus the Shaker.
Yeah, JT
Jumps
straight in.
and then look at Emo. Just 5 spirits on top of Sumail to make sure that he can burst him out.
Completely on top of him. I think Sumail did get the BKB off, but when he was pretty much on like 100 HP, so it was irrelevant, didn't matter.
And I was just mentioning how, Sumail, he's starting to get to his point of soon critical mass. So all these moments where IG get these kills, they're starting to get a lot of momentum. And maybe OG is starting to run out of steam a little bit here versus this constant combos. Because now, they're so high level too, right? Level 24 TA, respawning in 30. Echo's going to be back up. So is Global.
Yeah.
Every single time that they do respawn, it's just IG's ready to fight again. Finding their footing now in this game.
This refresh is going to come pretty soon as well for Emo.
Yeah, and of course he finds a Cloak of Flames as well. Didn't point that one out, but another phenomenal
All
item
on fire
versus TA. Blast rig on JT that we didn't point out from earlier.
But fly as well. It's
everything's coming together.
It really is.
Starting to look more and more difficult for OG as it progresses.
Yeah, they can't afford any more mistakes. Another mistake from OG, and yeah, the game's going to be completely in control of IG. Seb, it's going for the jump in. The rest of OG, though, are they actually able to back him up? Thompson will look to jump in, but the BKB pop fly commits onto Seb. Jump forward for JT. He's got the Echo. They turn to Sumail. Sumail's just getting chain stunned. He only just gets the BKB up, but again, it's too late. Sumail's out and down. OG again having to run. I mean, Saxa, he's trying to get back in onto Emo, but No Tail's dead. Saxa's got Thompson by his side. Will manage to jump and they kill Emo. Saxa, tries to TP out. Very optimistic attempt there. Does not pay off. He is also dead. Only Thompson left alive.
They're chasing.
He is. Fly zooming across the map here.
He's got to step
up. But yeah, he's not going to be able to catch it. But again, 4 dead on OG. IG, they're just taking every single team fight in their favor.
Right, JT just he's got target priority. He sees Sumail, he echoes Sumail, and
JT,
just chain stuns him every time.
It really does feel like he has been the hero here for IG this game.
And in the initial go too, he even fissure blocked off No Tail from getting into the fight earlier on there where he could potentially maybe get towards Seb. Yeah, this has just been every single time. And it's also Abaddon, he does pop the ult, but he walks into range of the Echo, so he gets chain stunned during it, so he can't even look to protect Sumail to get an earlier off.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just sort of just a wide area of effect that JT's throwing out these stuns from. It does mean that as you said, what can normally be seen as a bit of a counterplay to that, you have to deal with the follow-up stuns, and when they come out as thick and fast as they do from JT, yeah, you can't quite get that save off. And Sumail, 2 times now, 2 fights where IG have just made this 25k net worth hero just completely redundant as they just lock him out completely.
I mean, the grab says it all. Seb, he steps up.
He's in trouble here. Yule's up. Can he get away from this? The stomp actually is enough. Saxa able to make sure that there's space for him. JT's on the chase, jumps in. Seb, he's not getting away. He goes down. And again, OG, they've got to head back. Without the Magnus, they've been struggling 5v5, 4v5. That's definitely not going to be an option for OG.
And Sumail respawns, and Echo Slam and Global are back.
Everything's back up.
Yeah, and no Seb, no way that they can contest this.
OG, they've got to somehow find JT, like, at the start of these fights. It really does feel. If they let the Shaker get the free jump on Sumail, the fight's just over every time.
Yeah. And now there's going to be a refresher shard as well from this Roche. So, I mean, Emo, if he wants it, I would say an argument for JT to just take it because of how good he's played. But
well, Emo's pretty close to his own refresher, right?
I think, yeah, I'd say.
Okay, well,
yeah.
He'll take it for now. I mean, honestly,
but there's an argument for JT to take because he is 100% the MVP of this game.
But the thing is as well, you know, JT's probably saying, dude, look, I don't need it. You know what I mean? I don't need a refresher shard. I can handle them with 1 round of my spells.
And at the end of the day,
and he can.
A refresher shard with an Ember Spirit, that makes it 3,000 burst damage with Fire Replicate.
Are scanning for enemies.
You can throw it all 5, dunk it, do it again, dunk it. Yeah. So it's just so much burst and so much potential for an Ember and double BKB and whatnot. Much more useful.
Sumail closing in on the Aeon disc. That
he needs it.
It's going to be the one answer. It's a bit of an awkward answer, of course, to the carry, but he has to.
He got to set a cap.
Sumail, he has to put BKB straight away. The Global's going to come out afterwards.
But 5-5's gone.
Is the Aegis comp, but he's back for round 2. Sumail, the BKB's now 1 off. Now he's got no BKB. The jump in from Evo. Then straight away, JT's on top of him as well. Sumail, he's going to go down. There's a big splitter though. Sumail actually still alive. He's never going to waste step. He's in with the RP. Tops and closes over. Have they got the damage? Saxon coming in with the big punches. They've taken down 2. Emo out. Kunk as well. Only to fall. As JT, they'll be able to find him. Also, Saxon just coming in with a hard hit. Sumail has the range.
Ember's dead for 80. 5-5 gets deleted in 2 hits from TA to start the fight. And again, now we swing it the other way.
This time around, they couldn't. I mean, they got so close to killing Sumail. But this time, he was able to break away from the combo.
This time, Nota was close enough to be able to bail him out of everything, too.
Even after initially using the BKB quite early, it didn't matter. They're able to still keep Sumail alive. Sumail be able to force himself back in with a Hurricane Pipe. Buyback comes out from JT. So a couple of buybacks being used from IG. Jump forward. Seb, he's got the catch. And that's 100 seconds. It's a dead slug. A very, very dead slug. Where's his money? No money. 800 short of buyback. That
can they keep
actually
going?
might just be, that might be the game.
They can at least get the megas, I believe.
80 seconds without the slug. Fly, bye-bye. That might be it. That might be the end. Well, we'll see. They're going to have the combo, right? How long's the Global's up? Global's up in 20. They'll have the combo. JT, he's been doing some heavy lifting. He
needs Emo, though.
He's got even more weights on him now.
He needs Emo's damage.
Zep, he's got a catch.
The silence as well with the trap.
Kaka's gone. No buyback on him either. Jump forward, JT. He's going to try and throw everything onto Sumail. Sumail, he's got the BKB back up. They couldn't lock him down forever. The splitter's out onto JT. No buyback on the Shaker. That's it. GG. OG, they'll get it. They'll get the win here in game 1.
And it was after such a big fight back from IG. An uphill battle from 15k net worth deficit. Winning every single fight after that, right? They won 3-4 fights in a row on IG, and then 1 fight that OG wins bottom because of Sumail hiding in the tree line, sniping out the Slar, getting a clutch shield from No-Tail.